Hello, friends! On a Monday night, here we are. Live on Monday night, music on Mondays. We've been doing this since the pandemic began, and since I'm traveling a lot less these days, a lot of people ask me, please don't stop doing your dang Monday nights because we ain't coming to Charleston to hear you. Anyway, so my wife and I continue to do the Monday nights. She does the tech, and I play the guitar. That's the way it works. And thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to, if you're on YouTube, click subscribe and like and let people know. And if you're on Facebook, you can click share and let other people know what we're doing in case someone else on a Monday night would like to hear some music. Delighted to have you with us, guys. Welcome, one and all. If you want to let us know where you're listening from, glad to have you on board. Leaving on a boat or beyond the other side of the ocean. Bet you in the morning you won't even know I'm gone. Tired of living here, middle of a mixed emotion. May as be living on the other side of the sun. Leaving with the feeling, don't know how I'm feeling with loving you. Once I knew the special way, things to do to make you stay forever and ever. Even as I'm leaving, never stop believing you are the one to make me laugh and bring me back beyond the other side of the sun. Beyond the other side of the sun. Rolling down the river, hope I can deliver the morning. Wishing on a star for the sun to come out and play. Funny when it's over, you really don't remember the warning. May as be living out beyond the Milky Way. Leaving with the feeling, I don't know how I'm dealing with loving you. But once I knew the special way, things to do to make you stay forever and ever. Even as I'm leaving, never stop believing you are the one to make me laugh and bring me back beyond the other side of the sun. Beyond the other side of the sun. Leaving with the feeling, don't know how I'm dealing with loving you. Though once I knew the special way, things to do to make you stay forever and ever. Even as I'm leaving, never stop believing you are the one to make me laugh and bring me back beyond the other side of the sun. Beyond the other side of the sun. The Other Side of the Sun was done by Janice Ian. Many people don't know that song. I recorded it years and years ago, and then I completely forgot that I recorded it. But someone reminded me years later. And it was written by Janice Ian. She, of course, had the big hit, Learn the Truth at 17. Love was meant for beauty queens. Da-da-da, with clear-skinned smiles, who married young and then retired. Big old hit record for herself as an artist. And when I was about leaving Nashville in the early '80s, she and others were moving to Nashville from New York and L.A. And one of the people that befriended her and helped make her feel welcome there, in spite of the fact she was from out of town and she was pop. One of the people was Chet Atkins. Chet Atkins made her feel very welcome and gave her inroads and foot in the door to other places and the whole thing. Janice Ian, if you remember Janice Ian. Some of us do. How we doing there, Mom? My good wife is running the ship over here. She's got everything going. If you have something you want to hear, just put in your comments there that you'd like to hear so and so. And if she can, if and she'll pass it to me. And if I can, I'll play it for you. And if I can't, I won't. So there'd be that. Cheers. I do know tons of songs. Here's one I have never sung before. Now that we're doing a country night once a week, once a month in Charleston. And the new fiddle player we're working with a lot is Karen Egan. She sings this song now. Written by a guy named Alex Harvey, if you know who he is. Alex Harvey out of Texas, wound up in Nashville. Great songwriter, performer too. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky? She's 41 and her daddy still calls her baby. All the folks around Brownville say she's crazy. Well, she goes downtown with a suitcase in her hand, looking for a mysterious, dark-haired man. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky? In her younger days, they called her Delta Dawn, prettiest woman you ever laid eyes on. But a man of the Lord agreed, stood by her side, and he promised her he would take her for his ride. So Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky? Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky? Take you to his mansion in the sky. Alex Harvey from Texas wrote that song, and of course, that was the big breakout record for Tanya Tucker. Tanya Tucker was only 16 years old when she signed a $5 million contract because she was all that in a bag of chips, and that was a long, long time ago now. I remember when that was happening in Tennessee. Glad to have you with us, guys. Doing okay, Mom?
Yeah, Tom Rickington said he can't hear it, but I think it's just his thing.
Okay. I had several requests. One of them is, of course, Cherry. I don't know if they're going to be tuned in, but watch for Butch Elbgren and Mary Grace.
Okay.
Today's their anniversary, and I played for them on their wedding day a special song, and if they tune in, I'll play it for them. And today, of course, is Willie Nelson's birthday. Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's 91 years old. Who'd have thunk all these years later he'd still be going after it with all of the road miles and everything else. And I'll do a couple of Willie tunes. Why not? Happy birthday, Willie. Cheers. Willie's very first album on RCA Victor in Nashville in the 1960s was called Yesterday's Wine. And one half of the whole album was gospel songs, Most people don't know Willie Nelson taught Sunday school briefly in Texas. It didn't take him long to figure out he's not a Sunday school teacher. But they found out he was playing in honky tonks, and they said, no, we can't have that. And so I know how that feels. Anyway, but one of the songs on Willie's very first album was about the drummer that was on the road with him all these years. And I'm going to do that song for you first, but then I'm also going to do Willie's biggest early hit. The guy's name was Paul English, and he was on the road with Willie all those years. Willie wrote this song. It's been rough and rocky traveling, finally standing upright on the ground. After taking several readings, I'm surprised to find my mind still fairly sound. I guess Nashville was the roughest, but I know I've said the same about them all. We received our education in the cities of the nation, me and Paul. Almost busted in Laredo, but for reasons that I'd rather not disclose. But if you're staying in a motel there and leave, don't leave nothing in your clothes. At the airport in Milwaukee, they refused to let us board the plane at all. They said we looked suspicious, but I think they like to pick on me and Paul. On a package show in Buffalo with us and Kitty Wells and Charlie Pride. The show is long and we're just sitting there. We'd come to play, not just for the ride. And we drank a lot of whiskey. I don't know if we went on that night at all. I don't think they ever missed us. I guess Buffalo ain't geared for me and Paul. It's been a rough and a rocky traveling, but I'm finally standing upright on the ground. After taking several readings, I'm surprised to find my mind still fairly sound. I know Nashville was the roughest, but I know I've said the same about them all. We received our education in the cities of the nation, me and Paul. We received our education in the cities of the nation, me and Paul. Paul English was his name, the drummer that was on the road with Willie all those years, and apparently Paul English was also in charge of keeping in touch with whosoever needed to make contact with Willie for any particular reason. He was in contact with all the bikers and other people like that would protect Willie on the road and also, I guess, provide for Willie on the road, very famously, as you know now. But anyway, but it was years later before Willie really had a breakout record, and when he started almost single-handedly what they call the outlaw movement. And it was after Elvis had died, and a guy named Tony Brown, who used to be a keyboard player for Elvis, ended up at RCA Record Company, and they told him, why don't you go down to the archive, to the basement, to where we got all these master tapes, and see what's down there. You know, we can't even keep up with how much is down there. You know, all those years of recording at RCA in Nashville. And so Tony Brown went down there and found some old recordings of Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter and Tom Paul Glazier, and put together what became the very first outlaw record. And very interesting concept that just took off on its own and started the outlaw movement as far as commercial radio was concerned, whereas Willie had already done it in Texas. And I'm going to do that, Willie's first real big hit record back then. His first really breakout commercial radio hit. Song actually written by a guy named Fred Rose. In the twilight glow, I see her, blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, when only memories remain. Through the ages I remember blue eyes crying in the rain. Now my hair has turned to silver. All my life I've loved in vain. And I can see her star in heaven, blue eyes crying in the rain. And someday when we meet up yonder, then we'll stroll hand in hand again through a land that knows no parting. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, Willie Nelson. The song was written by Fred Rose. Fred Rose, of course, helped to write and produced all of the records on Hank Sr. back in the old days. And Fred Rose had a publishing company called Acuff Rose with Roy Acuff. Huge player in the market in Nashville back in the old days. And Fred Rose used to go behind closed doors with Hank Sr. and write all those songs. But he gave Hank Sr. credit solo credit for writing all those songs. He was already publishing them and already had the record label and producing the records. And it was better for everybody to believe that Hank Sr. was writing all those songs on his own. And, of course, it's well known. It's well known. Let's see where we are. The Red-Headed Stranger. By the way, the Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain was from one of the first ever kind of concept albums in Nashville, and it was called The Red-Headed Stranger. Scott Harrison wants to hear Summer Breeze. I don't do that one. Great song. I used to do it. Seals and Crofts. Seals and Crofts. I did it years ago. Kathy Heaton wants to hear The Fields of Athenry. I think I saw Kathy tuned in to those guys from Dingletown on Sunday. They had I guess it was Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, they had a live stream out of the west of Ireland. I think I saw you tuned in there, Kathy. And she likes the Irish tunes. Here's one very popular in the Irish songbook called The Fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole rebellion scorn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay, and lo, lie fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they ran me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. And oh, life, fields of Latin rye, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's lonely round the fields of Latin rye. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. She lives in hopes and prays for her love in Botany Bay. It's lonely round the fields of Latin rye. And oh, life, fields of Latin rye, here once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's lonely round the fields of Latin rye. Lonely round the fields of Latin rye. The Fields of Athenry, written by Pete St. John, a Dublin city man. One of the most ever popular songs out of Ireland. And of course, if you're just tuning in and not aware, we go to Ireland a couple of times every year. We take groups over. If you want to go, let me know. If you want to go, let me know. We're going on June the 18th, June 18 through 27. And we have more or less wrapped it up, but we can probably still get you tuned in and signed on if you really want to. So let me know if you want to go. Cheers, friends. Cheers. Can't wait to get back to the Green Island. Cheers. Cherry, have you seen Butcher Mary Grace?
No, and I even did on Facebook and tagged him to see
Good.
if it would, but he's not answering.
Good.
He's not saying.
Well, I'm going to do it for him.
Well, if it's their anniversary, they're probably out doing something special.
Oh, I know it. He's doing something besides listening to me on the dang radio.
Or on the TV, on Facebook.
He's got something to do besides that. My buddy Butcher Mary Grace, I guess years and years ago now, maybe 18 years ago. And Butch is from Savannah. And Mary Grace grew up in Goose Creek, which is Charleston, South Carolina. But she's a pediatrician in Atlanta. And because we were back and forth doing trips to Ireland and this and that with Harry O'Donoghue, eventually they became acquainted with each other and started getting acquainted online. And before you know it, they started dating. And Butch's family is very closely associated with the Savannah Irish scene and the parade committee and all of that. And it was on the parade itself on Patty Day that he got down on one knee in front of the cathedral and there in Savannah and proposed. And he had me meet them at this pub called 1790 or something like that, whatever it is, some historic place in Savannah. Meet them there and sing a couple of songs for them for their new getting married thing. So, Sherry, I'll let him know at 8:22 I sang his dang song and he was doing something else. I first heard this song out of Nashville. Caution's in the wind, hardest part is through. You don't have to try so hard to make me fall for you. I surprise myself what I've gone and done. Just today I heard myself swear you were the one. Laugh, I just have to laugh. I really thought you knew. I can't believe you're asking me when I will love you. I already do. I already do. You've been doing fine. Please don't change a thing. It's too good to hide away, so I may as well come clean. I didn't shout it out, but everybody knew. Funny, you're the only one who didn't have a clue. Laugh, I just have to laugh. I really thought you knew. I can't believe you're asking me when I will love you. I already do. I already do. I gave you my heart. Can't you feel the power? You're looking for the light. Honey, the sun's been up for hours. Laugh, I just have to laugh. I really thought you knew. I can't believe you're asking me when I will love you. I already do. I already do. Boy, what a nice song. A couple of different songwriters in Nashville wrote that. The notable one is a guy named Gary Burr, Burr. What a wonderful talent he is as a guitar player and a song performer and a songwriter. Gary Burr is his name. Of course, it was years and years ago when I actually found that song by accident on the floorboard of my publisher's truck. I said, "What's this song?" He said, "Oh, it's a good one. Listen to it." You know. Anyway, those were the days. Cheers. Chasing Daddy's Train.
You need the lyrics? You got it.
I don't have it, but
Is it in your red box?
I doubt it. I'll see if I can wing it. Thank you, Ed, for the request. Cherry, I think it's over there, but I'm gonna I'll tell you where it is. But I'm gonna try it without it.
Okay.
See what happens. Ed, I only wrote the song. That don't mean I wrote the song with my friend Larry Shira. I was telling him how my dad worked for the Seaboard Railroad, and we would take him down to the train track and pick him up in Columbia on Friday night, but we would take him to train track on Sunday afternoon. And I was telling him the whole story, and we started talking about it, and he started writing some lyrics. I have no idea. We'll see. I wrote the song. It's a title song from one of my CDs. It's called Chasing Daddy's Train. My old pop was 38 years with the Seaboard Railroad. So that's a big part of my whole family culture. Little boy in dungarees, freckled face, skin up knees, waiting with my mama for a train. Daddy works the big iron rails, mighty stories he could tell. Can't wait to see his smiling face again. The ground rumbles beneath my feet, a feeling I will always keep in my heart, deep down in my soul. Train pulls up, he hops down, lickety-split, we're homeward bound. Gonna get a dope at old man Campbell's store. Get me daddy home, no I can't stay long. Mama gotta pack that suitcase up again. He's going far away, I sure hope one day I won't be chasing Daddy's train. Train is leaving on Sunday. I look and try to run away. Down the track I'm running all in vain. I waved my arms and I called out, but Daddy's ears can't hear me now. But I keep on running, chasing Daddy's train. Little boys turn into men, cats in the cradle once again. This old highway steals my only joy. I'm a grown-up man now, all right, but tears still well up in the night, just like when I was a little boy. Thinking yippee, Daddy's home, no, I can't stay long. Mama gotta pack that suitcase up again. He's going far away. I sure hope one day I won't be chasing Daddy's train. Dad retired in '89, stepped off that train one last time. Mama threw that old suitcase away. All too soon, God called him home. Now Mama sits at home all alone, but I know we'll all see him again one day. Give me Daddy home, no, I can't stay long. Mama gotta pack that suitcase up again. He's going far away. I sure hope one day I won't be chasing Daddy's train. One day I won't be chasing Daddy's train. By request. Thank you, Ed Callahan. I remembered most of it. Chasing Daddy's train. My dad ran the rail plant in Savannah. It's a long story, but I was out on the road promoting one of my records one time, all over the South. You leave Nashville and you drive all over the South to all the radio stations that should play your record for the reporting stations, to the reporting magazines. Anyway, but I ended up in Savannah, WQQT in Savannah, Georgia, and they were playing my record. But I was there, so I called my daddy at the railroad, at the rail plant, and he took me around and showed me and introduced me to everybody. And I think I told this story recently on here, but my dad was he only had a sixth grade education, but he had a very good creative mind. He would build things and create things, and he always had all these little jigs and things that he had created to help do this job and do that job. And so I asked my old pop, I said, "Pop, did you get yourself a trademark on that? You got a patent on that? If they're using it in rail plants all over the world, if you had a patent on it." Anyway, he said, "I ain't worried about all that. The railroad's been good to me." Of course, I reckon that's true. So there you go. My mother been sitting home alone now for 25 years. My dad passed in '98, but she's still getting a railroad check. It ain't much, but it's a little bit, and enough for her to live on. So there you go. So praise the Lord for that. My friend David Walsh is on, isn't he?
Yes.
David wanted to hear a song that I wrote. Well, I'm doing a couple of songs that I wrote. He wanted to hear a song that I wrote called "God Gives Me the Rain." Thank you, Ed Callahan, for that request. I wrote this song a little bit at a time for years, over a lot of years, and my wife continued to encourage me to write this, to finish this, and I even sent it to a couple of writers, and it took a long time before I finally just said, okay, I'm finished with it, and I finally recorded it in 2020 on one of the albums. I guess it was on the Daddy's Train album. I don't know which one it was. Anyway, it's called "God Gives Me the Rain." If you worked in the fields or you worked in construction, which is, myself as I was a younger boy, in summertime you'd be hot as you could be, sweating. You see a little cloud on the horizon, and you would pray for rain. Because if it rained, it meant you were going to knock off. If you know what knock off means. You were going to knock off and take the rest of the day off. Get your tools up, get in the truck. And so I said later, when I was playing music for a living in all those years, I'd be at a low place in my life, and I'd say, you know what? I could use a little shower of rain right now. Thank you, David. God bless you, my friend. It's called God Gives Me the Rain. God gives me the rain when I work too hard. It falls down from heaven, puddles in my yard. When I'm getting crazy with all the work I took, I know there's something missing, something I have overlooked. I need time with the ones I love. That's when the rain falls from above. God gives me the rain. God gives me the rain to soothe my weary soul. Help me to remember who's really in control. When I run up ahead, think I've got it made, think I did it all myself, and I'm leading my parade. That's when the clouds come circling in, and I lift my eyes again. God gives me the rain. God gives me the rain when I need it most of all. Oftentimes I stumble, I'm just about to fall. I'm down on my knees, that's when I look up. God sends healing water, fills my empty cup. When I need strength and I need grace, I feel raindrops on my face. God gives me the rain. God gives me the rain. I changed that one word, David. Did you catch it? My friend David is a wonderful songwriter. And he and I swap songs all the time. He sent me a new one this week, and he played it Sunday at church. So and it's all gospel stuff. God sends healing water. I'm down on my knees. I think I'll just give up. God sends healing water and fills my empty cup. I'll give the give up line. I changed later after I printed this out. Third be that. You keep changing it. In Nashville we used to say, you ain't finished writing it till you can spin it on your finger. In the old days you had a 45 and you could spin it on your finger. Never mind. What you got there, Mom?
Well, everybody's being pretty quiet.
Good.
Everybody's enjoying the music. You might want to do your card.
Let's do a little, this is Willie Nelson's 91st birthday. Let's do another Willie song. What do you say? Willie wrote all of these songs, many songs, before he ever came to Nashville, and was known as a songwriter in the underbelly of Nashville long before he had records. Of course, he wrote "Crazy" for Patsy Cline very famously, and it was uh, he was very well known as a songwriter before he was an artist. A couple of those, like this one. Well, hello there. My, it's been a long, long time. How am I doing? Oh, I guess I'm doing fine. Been so long now, and it seemed like it was only yesterday. Gee, ain't it funny how time slips away? How's your new love? Oh, I hope he's doing fine. Heard you told him you love him till the end of time. Now that's the same thing that you told me. It seemed like just the other day. Gee, ain't it funny how time slips away? Got to go now. Oh, I guess I'll see you around. Don't know when though. Never know when I'll be back in town. But just remember what I tell you. In time you're gonna pay. And it's surprising how time slips away. Oh, ain't it funny how time slips away. Willie Nelson was writing songs for people like Ray Price and this one and that one. Of course, Patsy Cline recorded "Crazy, Crazy for Feeling So Lonely." Those were the days. Out of Texas. I'm going to do another Texas song. Cheers, friends, cheers. Sluncha. George Street. I knew the stakes were high from the start. When you dealt the cards, I played my heart. I just found a game I can't play. This is where cowboy rides away, and my heart is sinking like a setting sitting on things I wish I'd done. It's time to say goodbye to yesterday. This is where cowboy rides away. We've been in and out of love and in between. Now we play final showdown scene. As the credits roll, the sad song starts to play. This is where cowboy rides away. And my heart is sinking like a setting sun, setting on things I wish I'd done. Time to say goodbye to yesterday. This is where cowboy rides away. Last goodbye is the hardest one to say. This is where the cowboy rides away. That's a happy little ditty. What a great song. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. What do you say? My buddy Michael Huber, I think, is tuned in. He was earlier. I talked to him on the phone earlier. And he's going to Ireland with us in June. By the way, guys, if you want to go with us, let me know. June 18 through 27. It's on the website still. It's still on the website. But we were communicating back and forth about Tommy Makem and the Clancy Brothers. Let's do a Tommy Makem and the Clancy Brothers song. What do you say? Hey, rightful turrelati turrelly, there ain't no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you tire, you never find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. I was born about 10,000 years ago in Delmullet in the county of Mayo. It was me who chased the vermin while St. Patrick preached a sermon. I'll whip the man who says it isn't so. In the rightful turrelati turrelly, there ain't no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you tire, you never find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. I saw Eve picking apples off the tree. She turned around, she offered one to me. And I said, no thank you, madam, you can try your luck with Adam. I'm going home to have my fish and chips and tea. And I saw Delilah cutting Samson's hair. She snipped and snipped till his poor head was bare. And when he couldn't run away, she married him next day, and they opened up a barber shop in Clare. With me rightful turrelly, there ain't no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you tire, you never find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. I heard this one from my friend from Dublin City, Brendan Nolan. Also played at Tommy Conlon's, by the way, Michael. Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell came to Ireland long ago. He never shed a drop of Irish blood, you know. And all the Irish, they were grieving when they heard that he was leaving. If I knew a bigger lie, I'd tell you so. And it was during World War II I met them all. There was Roosevelt, Churchill, and de Gaulle. And begod, I nearly fainted. I was having my house painted. There was Hitler hanging paper in the hall. Most people don't know Hitler was a paper hanger. Look it up. Rightful to early. There be no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you tire. You never find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. And that's the truth. It's a song called The Liar, and that's the truth. Anyway, can I do one more Dublin City song?
Mike said he's watching.
Who?
Mike Huber's watching.
Oh, good.
He said he's watching.
Michael and I will probably be roommates, I think, in Ireland if Cherry doesn't go. We don't know yet. Pretty sure Cherry's not going. She's giving me the... She says...
Giving my spot away to my son.
She was just... but our son Josh is going. And Daniel Kraft is going. And a lot of other friends. Greg Knott and some of that crew and his family from Raleigh are going. Wendell, Raleigh. It's going to be a great trip. Holy cow. It's going to be a great trip. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Can't wait to go. Cheers. You know, trips to Ireland are like some other things. As soon as you do it, you can't wait to do it again. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'll say about that. Michael will remember this song. It's an old Scottish tune, actually. But we sang it over and over and over and over with our friend Martha Elder. I wandered today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the scene below. The creek and the creaking old mill, Maggie, as we used to long, long ago. The green grove is gone from the hills, Maggie, where first the daisy sprung. And the creaking old mill is still, Maggie, since you and I were young. And they say that I'm feeble with age, Maggie, and my steps are much slower than then. And my face is a well-written page, Maggie, and time all alone was the pen. And they say we've outlived our time, Maggie, as old as the songs that we sung. But to me you were still just as fair, Maggie, as when you and I were young. And they say we've outlived our time, as old as the songs that we sung. But to me you were still just as fair, Maggie, as when you and I were young, as when you and I were young. Those were the days. On Sunday morning, we'd have Sunday school at Martha's house. We sit around her dinner table, and there'd be some various forms of libation there, and various forms of instruments. And you know, Michael, when you come up here and we go to Charlotte for the thing, I'll show you. I have Martha's auto harp. I have Martha's auto harp here. We may have to tune that up.
Guess who's watching? Fred Morse.
Fred Morse is watching. Fred and I connected not long ago. Fred Morse, my friend from college. We wrote songs together and did shows together. Fred, good to hear from you, and I'm glad you're back online. You know what Fred does, Cherry, is he's doing well, he's an IT guy and all that, but he's doing live streams for his local church there
Oh, cool.
in North Carolina. So we need to we need to coordinate with him, see if we can get him down here to get our live stream going right at the church over there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. You know, once a week I do an earworm. Something that's been driving me up the wall. Cheers. Something has been driving me up the wall when I'm on the highway. So what I do is I come into the house here, I print it out from the internet, then I play it on Monday night. The best thing you can do with an earworm that's driving you crazy is to give it to somebody else. Good luck. Who did this song? Down in Jamaica, they got lots of pretty women. Steal your money, break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with those sounds. Taken from the fire into the frying pan. On and on, keeps on trying. And she smiles when she feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Oh, Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight, saw his woman kiss another man. So he takes a ladder, steals the stars from the sky, puts on Sinatra, starts to cry. On and on, keeps on crying, smiling, and he smiles when he feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Now the first time is the last time, makes you feel so bad. And when you know it, you can show it. Hold on tight, don't let her say goodnight. I got the sun on my shoulders, my toes in the sand. My woman left me for some other man. I don't care, I'll just dream and stay tan. Toss out my heart and see where it lands. On and on, keep on trying. And I smile when I feel like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. On and on, I'll just keep on trying. And I smile when I feel like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. On and on. Years ago, when I was playing at Kiowa and Seabrook and Hilton Head and Wild Dunes and this and that, all of those resort gigs on the Isle of Palms and Sullivan's Island and up and down the East Coast, the coastal barrier islands, I did all of those beachy songs, all of the Jimmy Buffett, you know, changes in latitude, changes, and also on and on. And oh, what was the other one about? If you like pina colada, Getting caught in the. Oh, no, Lord, I ain't going to do it. Anyway, what's his name? Anybody say who did that, Cherry? Stephen Bishop. Stephen Bishop did that song.
Yeah, Tom Lamb did say that about 2 minutes ago.
Tom?
Yeah, Tom Lamb.
Oh, yeah, Tom Land, yeah. Good, good, good. Stephen Bishop. And the Pina Colada song was, wasn't Stephen Bishop, it was Rupert Holmes, I think, Rupert Holmes. I don't know, my head is full of useless information. I could do more of the beachy songs. Can I do that one, Cherry? Just say yes. Jimmy Buffett. You know, this is coming up at the end of this month is Memorial Day weekend. And you know, before Memorial Day and after Labor Day is the off season. Of course, it's all changing now. It's been frickin' high season since February in Charleston anyway, but don't get me started. But in the day, you would think about going to the coast in the off season so that you wouldn't have so many people there and it wouldn't be too crazy. Jimmy Buffett wrote this song with Mac McAnally. They're closing down the hangouts. Air is turning cool. Shutting down the super slide. Kids are back in school. Tourist traps are empty. Vacancy abounds. Just like it used to be before the circus came to town. That's when it always happens, same time every year. I come down to talk to me when the coast is clear. Hello, Michael Huber. It's been a long, long time. We hardly get to have these chats. That in itself's a crime. So tell me all your troubles. I'll surely tell you mine. We laugh and smoke and cuss and joke and have a glass of wine. When it always happens, same time every year. I come down to talk to me when the coast is clear. When it always happens, same time every year. I come down to talk to me when the coast is clear. When the coast is clear. See, you didn't even know you liked Jimmy Buffett. But there it is. What a great song. When the coast is clear. In the old days, we would go to Myrtle Beach, my wife and I. That's where we would spend our honeymoon and this and that. And we would go down there on Labor Day weekend and be busy as it could be. You couldn't even get a place to eat sausage and eggs or anything. And the next morning, Labor Day, everything was empty. The streets were empty. The restaurants were empty. It was like fire drill. Everybody left. Let's see. We shall do a couple of songs here for Mark Davis up in Delaware, our great friend. Thank you, Mark. Hope all is well up there with you and your bride. They just celebrated their 67th wedding anniversary. Well, how about that? Let's raise a glass for Mark Davis and his bride. Cheers, cheers, cheers. 67 years married. I knew that was happening when I mentioned it last week, but cheers, cheers. So I'll do that for you. Song request. Couple of songs here before we go, guys. I'm not going to play too late.
We're both tired.
Jim and Julia, the Praters, had a house concert over the weekend, and I didn't even know about it. I would have been there Sunday night had I known. I was sitting home with my own wife. You know, sometimes you got to sit home with your own wife. Anyway, I probably would have been there had I known about it, but I need to get on your email list, I guess. But Cherie, the Great Strip Poker Massacre. What is that song? That's Mike Cross is who wrote it. Look it up for me. The Strip Poker Massacre. The Great Strip Poker Massacre, if you got a way to look it up. If you give me the first words, I'll remember. I got a few other requests here, guys. In the old days, my wife was working full-time, and I was on the road a lot, and it was rare. But sometimes I would be home on a Monday night or something, and she would come in from work, working 40 hours a week and raising our kids and keeping house and doing this and doing that. And she would come in and I'd be lounging on the back porch like I had nothing to do anyway. And that's kind of where this song came from. And I guess it happened at about the same time we were closing down the venues in Charleston and all of that. But I wrote a song called Love is a Slow Dance. It's on one of the albums. Thank you, Mark. By the way, Mark, I understand they're opening a new Irish pub in the city market in Savannah. It ain't going to be Kevin Barry's. It ain't going to come close. But I'm at least going to go down. I hear they're going to have a music listening room. Who knows? But I'm going to go down and check it out. Called the Wexford Pub. I wrote a song called Love is a Slow Dance. Come on in, darling. How was your day? Come on out to the back porch and set yourself down. I found that red wine you hid in the pantry. Let's just sit right out here till that old moon comes around. Do you remember that Bob and Kat's wedding up there in Ohio? We stepped out on the floor. Oh, we were so young, and our first dance together. It's a shame we don't find time like that anymore. When love was a slow dance in 3/4 time, we would laugh just like children, leave our worries behind. When a kiss and some sweet words were easy to find, and love was a slow dance in 3/4 time. Before we got so busy with babies and working, we used to take a long vacation, just me and you, up the Tweetsie Railroad, down to Myrtle Beach with a mattress and a pup tent and a cane pole or two. When love was a slow dance in 3/4 time, we would laugh just like children, leave our worries behind. When a kiss and some sweet words were easy to find, and love was a slow dance in 3/4 time. Now I fly off the wagon, and you fly off the handle, and you fly off to Tulsa to make your mama smile. And I fly off to Dublin, and I fly off to Nashville. We ought to fly off together every once in a while. Honey, love is a slow dance in 3/4 time. Let's laugh again just like children, leave our worries behind. You know, a kiss and some sweet words ain't that hard to find. Now, love is a slow dance in 3/4 time. You know, a kiss and some sweet words still easy to find. And love is a slow dance in 3/4 time. For my good wife over there, love was a slow dance. We just celebrated the 48th anniversary of our first date, April the 8th. We celebrated the 48th anniversary of our first date, and I ain't never dated a woman since then. There you go. As far as I know, she's never dated another man since then. I don't know. I'm going a lot. I'm going a lot. You know.
The great poker massacre was Mike Cross.
Yeah, what's the first
It
line?
starts deuces and jokers, jacks with one eye,
Ah, that's right.
the antes and knuckle, and aces.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
high.
Aces and jokers. Aces and jokers. I don't know if I'd remember it or not, the Praters. Jim and Julia wanted to hear a song called The Great Strip Poker Massacre, and it was written by a guy named Mike Cross, and we call it something that's it's aces and jokers and jacks with one eye. Aces and aces are high, playing poker by the light of a candle. If our parents found out, there'd be a scandal. Then the tent flap flew open, and to our surprise stood a vision of loveliness before our eyes. Dirt on her toenails and dime-store perfume. Stand back, boys, and give Linda room. Linda, the sweetheart of our junior high, with her hair up in curlers and fuzz on her thighs, said, "Good evening, boys, I was just passing by. Sweet Linda, won't you come inside?" I ain't gonna remember this, Jim and Julia. Now, being a covey of red-blooded beaux, we soon talked old Linda into playing for clothes. The evening flew by in a blur. The only one left with clothes on was her. She said, "Looky here now, fellas. You know I'm your friend, and I won't send you home with your buns in the wind. So to show you that I ain't a creep, I'm gonna sell you your clothes back real cheap. It's a nickel for a sock and a dime for a shoe, and your shirt is $1, but your blue jeans are $2. You can pay me tomorrow morning before the school bell sounds if you don't want the word spread around." Linda, the sweetheart of our junior high, with the hair up in curlers and fuzz on her thighs, saying, "Good evening, boys, I was just passing by. Sweet Linda, won't you come inside?" Now Linda's in Reno, blackjack's her game. She deals for the house, but she wins just the same. If you want to find her there, my friend, look for a table of stark-naked men. It's Linda, the sweetheart of our junior high, with her hair up in curlers and fuzz on her thighs, saying, "Good evening, boys, I was just passing by. Sweet Linda, won't you come inside? Please, ma'am. I learned that from Verna Jordan and Mike Cross. And Mike and Verna Jordan, I think, learned it from, I forgot the name of that group that he used to work with up in Charlotte. Anyway, I can't remember. But I don't remember the name of the group. Mike Cross is his name. We had a venue years ago on Calhoun Street in Charleston called Hound Dogs. And I owned that with Bobby Tobin and Hank and Hal Futch and Tommy Dew. And we knew we were going out of business. It was getting crazy, but I had already booked. And our swan song was a night with Mike Cross before he retired and before he quit. Mike Cross from North Carolina. He wrote The Scotsman and he wrote all these other great novelty tunes. We'll have to do for you sometime. Now, I'm going to have to see if I can do for Karen Berman a song I played at their wedding 13 years ago. Cherry, am I going to remember how this song even goes?
Which one is
Till Then.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. It just popped in my brain. You know, I'm a guy who knows tons of songs because I've been doing this all these years. But the bottom line is, my brain is not what it used to be. I don't know why. I can't attribute it to any particular thing. Should we have a toast? I can't attribute it to any particular thing, but cheers. It helps me remember the words. And if you believe that, cheers. I actually found this song on the floorboard of my publisher's automobile when we were driving around Nashville looking for lunch or something. And I said, what's this song? This song, that song, the other song. There's a bunch of cassettes. You guys remember cassettes? Anyway. So I said, he said, this is a bunch of songs that we've already pitched to somebody and we can't use these cassettes again. We can't use these cassettes again because we might accidentally pitch the wrong song to the wrong person, da-da-da-da-da. And so I said, well, can I have these cassettes? He said, sure, I'm going to throw them in the trash. I'm going to throw them in the trash. And, you know, they don't reuse them. They just get a new one, you know. And so driving all the way back 10 hours from Nashville to Charleston, I listened to all of these cassettes, and I came up with this song, that song, the other song. Very interesting. Came across this one and later recorded it. And I played this for Karen at her at her wedding day. The name of the song is Till Then. I could recite verses from some poet that you know how long my love will last, but they wouldn't be my words, and you'd know it. Just well-worn phrases from the past. So I won't say till the oceans all run dry, till the stars fall from the sky, till the mountains are just dust in the wind. But I swear from my heart, till I draw my last breath, I'm yours. Till then. Till then. Darling, I pledge my love for forever. Promise my heart for eternity. But I didn't put this universe together, and I can't say where the end of time will be. So I'll give you a promise I can keep, that as long as my heart beats, my love for you won't end. I know someday I'll awake to the touch of God's hand, but I'm yours till then. I'll give you a promise I can keep, that as long as my heart beats, my love for you won't end. I know someday I'll awake to the touch of God's hand, but I'm yours till then. Till then. Till then. What a great song. 13 years ago, I played that at their wedding. Happy anniversary, Karen. It's getting late, guys. I got to get myself out of here. You man. We have a request for Townes Van Zandt. Let's do Townes Van Zandt. And then I think that's it. I have to get out of here. I'm running out of steam. I'm running out of steam. We always wrap up with a gospel song, so we'll try to do that again. We shall do one more Townes Van Zandt song, and then do a gospel song and take a long break. We did a few Willie Nelson songs earlier. Because it's Willie's birthday, 91 years today. Here's one song done by Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard, written by Townes Van Zandt. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. You wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. Once your mama's only boy, your favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye. You sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse as fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his clothes for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, in the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. All the better, all they say, would have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. That fret doesn't work. Lefty can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, left his split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. All the better, all they say, could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell, left his living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet, Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. All the better, all they say, they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so long out of kindness, I suppose. Towns Van Sant, super duper songwriter. Willie Nelson, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Willie. Happy birthday to Willie. Happy birthday. I hope you're Willie. I hope you have a good Willie birthday. Happy birthday to you. One song before we go, guys. Thanks so much for being with us. We always wrap up the night with a gospel song. Tonight is no exception. In the old days of the barn dances and this and that in Appalachia and the American South, even hee-haw on television, you would do the whole program. End of the night, remove your hat wear and do a gospel song. That's what we do. This goes back to the Carter family. There's a dark and a troubled side of life, bright and a sunny side too. If you meet with the darkness and the strife, sunny side we also bathe you. So keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day, it will brighten all your way if you keep on the sunny side of life. Oh, the storm and its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storms will in time pass away, and the sun again will shine bright and clear. So keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day, it will brighten all your way if you keep on the sunny side of life. Let us greet with a song of hope each day. Though the moments be cloudy and fair, let us trust in our Savior always. Keep us, everyone, in His care. So keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. I said keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. If we keep on the sunny side of life. Thank you, friends. I'm going to take a break. It's going to be a long one. I'll be in Charleston Wednesday night, May 1. And we have a new songwriter event in Mount Pleasant, Charleston, South Carolina, beginning in May 9, in Mount Pleasant. Tune into my Facebook page and you'll figure out what and where and when. All right, friends, we're going to take a break. It's 9:30. Time to go. Have a good night.